All right. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the event check-in with Lisa. I'm Lisa Watson, founder of Find Travel, the go-to platform for travel advisors to find the best events, fans, education, suppliers, and more all in one place. This event check-in series was created to give you an inside look at some of the top travel industry events happening around the country and globe too, so you can decide where to show up and grow your business. A little bit about me, my background with the many hats that I've had over the past 20 years in the travel industry. One of those hats are being an event planner for NACTA. I've done about 7 or 8 national travel industry events for travel advisors, and also helped out with FAMs and seminars at sea. So I really enjoy learning more about all the great events out there for travel advisors in our industry. And today I want to really shine a light on a long-standing high energy event happening this spring, not too far away, on April 16th. It's the New Jersey ASTA Chapter Spring Supplier Trade Show that's happening at the Grand in Totowa, New Jersey. Is
To
that correct, Rick?
Totowa.
Totowa, thank you. Well, joining me today is Rick Ardis. He's the past president and current treasurer of the ASTA New Jersey Chapter. Rick has been an instrumental part of bringing this event to life year after year, and is here to give us a scoop on what to expect from his 2025 Spring Trade Show in New Jersey. So welcome, Rick. I'm so happy that you're here. And I was wondering if you could kind of share a little bit about the history of your New Jersey ASTA Spring Trade Show and how it's evolved over the years.
Okay, thank you for having me and the New Jersey chapter here. New Jersey chapter was the fifth chapter founded when ASTA began, and we also incorporate the former Upstate and Hudson Valley chapters in New York, which in the mid 2000s was were shrinking, and we absorbed them, and we're hoping to get them restarted soon. They're working on something for Western New York, Buffalo, and Rochester area. In New Jersey, we are northern and central parts of New Jersey, down to around Trenton and the shore area. And then the southern part of the state is part of the Delaware Valley chapter with Philadelphia and the state of Delaware. And the trade show took a hiatus for a little while. It had it from probably 20, 30 years ago. And it was always done twice a year, which we still do, spring and fall. Back
Mhm.
then, it originally was just a trade show with hors d'oeuvres and a bar. But about 10 years ago, we brought it back as a dinner show, and it's grown every year. We've started out at one hotel. We've outgrown two venues now, and the Grand is a catering hall. It's primarily a wedding venue, but many other uh, events are held there. So it's a bit more upscale than some of the hotel based events, because the
Yeah,
food
I
tends to
love
be a
that
little
that
better.
you yeah, that's nice to have it at that type of venue. So, those who may have that wedding niche, so they could see this venue in person as well. So it's nice to have that elegance and just being in a different type of setting instead of your standard conference room. So
A few years ago, Dave from Anchorage Tourism participated in the trade show, and he was taking pictures of the entire building because he said to me that we have nothing like this in Alaska.
oh.
So it's um, in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Connecticut areas. This is very, very typical of a wedding venue. But like I said, other kinds of events are held there too, but much less corporate events, but more social events. So it's a good mix, and we get a decent price there because it's a Wednesday and there's not too many weddings on a Wednesday.
Right? Yeah,
So
I just,
they're happy to have us and treat us very well.
that helps, you know, and definitely, you know, and one thing that I wanted to bring up, you know, like you mentioned about with your chapter and the areas that you cover. And many of you will think that I am a broken record throughout these chat shop talks when I have ASTA chapters coming on here. Keep in mind, these ASTA chapter events are brought to you by your fellow colleagues that actually volunteer their time to be able to bring these events to you. So that's huge. So if you are thinking about, you know, spending your time, your travel time or investments, you know, think about the ASTA chapters because these are special events brought to you by your colleagues who volunteer their time away from their families and businesses. Because I know personally how, you know, how that goes. I am on the ASTA Mid-Michigan board, and we all work very hard to be able to bring these great events for you that are reasonably priced. But do keep in mind, you know, if it's something that you're like, oh, I don't know if I should go to this or not, come to it just to support your chapter, because without your support, you know, it's hard to do these events. So we need the turnout, and also it's a great way for you to get out of the house. I know I need to get out of the house with my kids, and actually, I'm happy. I just booked my flights a couple days ago. I was just talking to Rick beforehand. I'm coming to his event. So for those who are going to be coming to this trade show, I hope to see you there. But it's just one of those things of like supporting your chapters, your ASTA chapters, because it goes right back into the community and it helps support all the hard work that everybody puts into it to do these events. So that's something that I just wanted to bring to the table. And you've got a pretty, you know, active board helping with all the events too, correct, Rick?
Yes, Joanne Hunt is our current president. Um, and also, I had served on the national board for 5 years from 2016 to 2021. And I have gotten to see other events uh, for other chapters. I've been to the Arizona chapter. They have a really
That's a
great
great
trade
one.
show
Hmm.
in the summer. Um, Long Island ASTA, New York ASTA, Delaware Valley, Central Pennsylvania, Connecticut, um, and well, Southern New England is the chapter now in Connecticut. And you know, they're all similar, but they're all different. Naturally, you're going to meet different vendors at each one, and the sales reps are different, even from the same company, because their territories may overlap or they may be side by side. So we do have a variety of suppliers coming, and we start off with a pre-show at 4 o'clock with Avanti Destinations this time. It's a 1 hour presentation. So we're actually using 3 different rooms at the Grand. We use the cocktail lounge for the pre-show, and then the main floor ballroom for the trade show, and then the upper ballroom for the dinner. And it's averaging between 130 and 150 uh, per event. Like I said, it's grown every year since the beginning when
Great turnout.
we
Yeah,
only
that's
had
something to be proud of. Yeah.
35 suppliers and 55 advisors attending. So it keeps growing, and we actually have a wait list for suppliers because we've run out of
Yes.
room. We even have a number of vendors that are sharing tables so that we could get more in. If you notice, there are black, red, and blue. The the companies or destinations in red are ones who are exhibiting in our show for the first time, and
Oh, okay.
the blue are the 4 sponsors, the pre-show, and then there's 2 dinner sponsors, Catalonia and Latin Trails, who give a short presentation during the dinner. And Bill Gardner, our friend from Downtown Travel, is our wine sponsor. Everybody will get a complimentary glass of wine at dinner.
I adore Bill.
hmm Bill's a
Excellent.
very good friend. In fact, a lot of the format from this show was built on Bill and his father's company that kind of pioneered the
Oh,
dinner
how fun.
trade show event. It's called National Trade Shows, and so he's a big help to me.
Excellent. Yeah, I was able to meet Bill at one of the ASTA Mid-Michigan show, the Jingle in July in
Hmm.
Detroit. So I was able to meet him, and he became an elite member of Fine Travel. So
Hmm.
yeah, great people, good company. So that's nice to hear that back end. And I love the fact that you highlighted the suppliers that are new. So those who have attended past events, at least you know that these are the new suppliers that will be available for you, and also this great lineup. You have an awesome lineup of suppliers here, Rick. I love the diversity
Hmm.
of all the different types of suppliers. So bringing all these suppliers to the travel professional community is not an easy thing to do.
No, it's
you
not
know
easy.
I mean, keep in mind for the back end, for those who may not, quite understand what it entails. It's entail of contacting all of those, local BDMs or, your supplier partners, trying to get them to, make sure they block that date, make sure that they have this on their calendar, make sure that they have it in their budget. And these are the suppliers who are supporting ASTA, and B, the travel advisor community. They want to be able to connect with you. And what a great way to be able to really be able to connect with over 70 travel suppliers right here in one day in the New Jersey area. So definitely worth the time and investment to get out of the house, be able to have that one-on-one person networking, because I know I need that, and I'm looking forward to having that and being with my fellow travel community family and stuff. So definitely.
And the
um
suppliers finding that we're attracting a very good mix of advisors. Um, our friends at Greater Palm Springs, they're flying across the country just to come to our show. So
wow.
they've been here several times before, so they realize how important the market is in this area. Visit Orlando's coming for the first time. Miami has been a regular. They've been at virtually every show we've done.
I love that. Yes, Miami, Greater Miami, and Miami Beaches. Has I've always seen them at a lot of ASTA events, and they just signed up as Fine Travel elite member as well. So definitely, keep in mind that these suppliers too um, are investing their time to be able to come to this event to meet travel professionals. So at least you know that you're working with suppliers that want to be able to really work with you. So and now I'm curious about this pre-show seminar, Avanti Destinations. Can you tell us a little bit more about what that's all about?
Like I said, they have a cocktail lounge that they use for the cocktail party before the wedding. So there's a
Hmm.
nice 80-inch television in there. So uh, the sales rep, Christine DeFalco, will be doing a PowerPoint presentation. She'll be talking about Avanti's programs and also showing how to use their booking engine.
They got
So,
a very robust booking engine
mhm.
and very new programs too, like this mobile app to do all these FITs right at your fingertips. So I'm eager to sit in their seminar to listen to them more about their new products
So
and everything too.
we urge people to get there for 4 o'clock for when she starts. Unfortunately, not everybody can make it on time, so they wander in, and it allows them to be occupied while we're finishing setting up the trade show room and open the doors at 5 o'clock for the trade show.
Now, is there limited seating for this pre-show?
Not really. I mean,
Okay.
the cocktail lounge is large enough, and it usually sets up about 100 seats in there, so it's not a problem accommodating everyone in the room.
Okay, but you do encourage them to be there around 4 o'clock then?
Yes. Hmm.
Excellent. And what other perks can advisors expect? So there's going to be a dinner. Are there prizes involved as
Yes,
well?
we have, they range sometimes from a gift card. Sometimes we do have airline tickets too.
Oh, wow. That's
And
always nice.
we're starting something new to raise funds for ASTAPAC. If you're unaware of what ASTAPAC is, it's the ASTA's Political Action Committee, which raises funds so that ASTA can lobby on behalf of the travel agency community. And we have our Ledge Day every year. This time it's the around the 3rd of October, when members of ASTA go to Capitol Hill and meet with congressional delegations. Sometimes it's with the senator or the congressman, but times it's with their legislative staff to discuss the needs of the travel community. So we are in the process, I have to actually call, and ordering the 40-ounce insulated travel mugs with the
My
ASTA logo
husband
on them.
has one. He loves it. And I had another one too. My youngest, my 9-year-old loves his Asta bottle. And I'm telling you, it keeps everything really cold or
Mhm.
really warm. So
So we'll be ordering those with the logo on them, and anyone who makes a $25 or greater donation to ASTAPAC during the event on the New Jersey team will receive one. And we're hoping to have a special, we cannot call it a prize because it's a political thing, a special gift for one person who donates. We're working on that. We can't tell you what it is because then it becomes a raffle, and you can't have a raffle on a
right,
political
right.
action committee.
Hmm.
So
No, I'm glad that you brought up about ASTAPAC. It is very important, and you've always been a huge advocate on, educating the travel advisor community about how important it is to donate to the ASTAPAC to be able to help ASTA with their funds to be able to lobby for what is best for our industry. So, there's no minimum. It's whatever you can donate to be able to help out. So I'm excited that you have that special thing that to help call out how ASTAPAC is very important to our industry. So definitely for those people who are attending, keep that in mind when you attend. Also, too, I see for your event here now. How would one be able to register for your event, Rick?
well, there is a hyperlink there. You cannot see it, but also there is a QR code, and we also have a Facebook group. It's called NJ Travel Advisors and Suppliers on Facebook. You can search for that group, and you're welcome to join it. Please answer the questions. You do not need to be a member of ASTA. You do not need to be from New Jersey. And you don't need to be a member or from New Jersey to attend the trade show either. We do have members and non-members that will come in from Pennsylvania and Southern New Jersey and from the Delaware Valley chapter and the Central Pennsylvania chapters. We have people that will come from Long Island and New York City. I know we have one person registered from Connecticut. Somebody just contacted me that might be in from New Hampshire and at that date and may attend.
Yes.
We've had that before when Nexion had um, a regional conference in Newark the same day. About 10 people who had attended in Newark in the morning and the afternoon came over, and Jackie Friedman, who is ASTA's current chairman of the board, she attended and spoke. During the presentation, Andrea from the ASTA membership team will be giving an update on what's happening with ASTA, and we'll also have a um, a discount code for ASTA membership for renewals or new members. And you'll have information on ASTA's upcoming events, the Travel Agents Conference in Salt Lake City, the Caribbean Showcase at South Coast Sandals in Jamaica, Ledge Day in October, and next year's River Cruise Expo back in Amsterdam.
Yes, and a lot of great events that ASTA has coming up. You can always find those events on ASTA's website, and also on Fine Travel's industry calendar as well. A lot of their events along with the chapter events. So you could just put in the keyword ASTA in Fine Travel industry events calendar, and it'll pop up all the events that I have listed within the system. So that's always a good resource for you as well. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to kind of see if I can increase my screen. No, it won't let me. Oh, I wanted to see if I can blow up the URL for you, but with me doing this live feed, it's not letting me. But also too, I just want to share that, you know, when you do go to this link, you'll see here what it looks like when you do register. And I love the fact, Rick, that that you are opening it up to all travel professionals. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to be in the area. And it's just all about getting together, networking, making sure that you have a place to be able to connect and to be able to learn about new connections that you can make within the industry as well. So it's as easy as that. Let me see here. I think I'm missing a little bit here. Let me bring back up my box here. Okay. So definitely you can register through the Fine Travel calendar. And also if you're part of the my Facebook group page, which is the industry travel events guides. You can just go in the group. I will have the direct link posted in there, so you don't have to log in or go to any website at all. It will be within the comments that of this recording within that Facebook group. And of course, you can reach out to myself or Rick if you have any questions about registration. And keep in mind, no walk-ins. Please register only, because ahead of time it helps us with planning, figuring out, you know, the F&B numbers and everything. So the sooner you register, it makes our world so much easier, right, Rick? And knowing and projecting of how many people are committed to come. And please commit to come. I mean, the pricing is right, $19 per person. That's great, and commit to it. Please, no shows. And if you cannot come, at least do the decency of letting your host know so they can adjust counts, because it takes money to be able to put in how many, you know, people are coming for the food and beverage. So please be considerate as far as your registration if you can or cannot attend. So definitely keep that in mind.
And also remember that up to April the 9th, it is $19. If you wait and till the 10th, it goes up to $29 through the 15th, which is the day before, if space is available. For our last show in the fall, we had to close it off before we
That's
even got.
right. I forgot about, yeah, you're like, hey, we're full. We're not taking any more registrations, which is
Because
great for an event turnout.
we
So
took more than 20 reservations over our capacity. Fortunately, we did have a few no-shows, so we
it's expected.
built in for that. But yeah, we had 171 people register for the fall show.
All right, there you go. Important dates, April 10th. You'll have to pay $10 more for $29. So save that money and register now and secure your spot. And like what Rick said, you know, they may sell out and close registration.
The
So,
QR code only works through the 9th because
okay.
it's a separate reservation link. That's why there's two links there. You could type that in, or you can see my phone number and my email. You can contact me and I can forward you the link.
Perfect.
If they have questions, they can email me and I certainly can answer them for you.
Excellent. And just, I love to ask this question, is that, you know, what would you say this event is best for? Like, is it for experienced advisors, newer agents, or a mix of both? What's your take on?
Definitely a mix of both, because of the fact that we are regularly bringing in new vendors who haven't been here before. And if you haven't made it to one of the national conferences, it's some of the same vendors that you might see in Salt Lake City. but on a much more personal scale because there's only 150 people rather than 1,200 advisors that they're dealing with.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I love that. The fact that, it's not too overwhelming, but you still get a great diversity of different suppliers to connect with. And one more question for you here. What's one thing you hope every travel advisor walks away with after attending your trade show?
Renewed renewed confidence in ASTA or finding out that they need to be a member of ASTA. One comment I've always made, and I had mentioned this to Jamie from Travel Weekly, and she really liked it, is that your host agency or your consortia help you make money. ASTA is the one that helps you stay in business.
Ah, yes, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That
Because
that is perfect.
it's the only organization whose sole
Yes.
focus is on the travel agency and travel advisor communities. CLIA is a cruise lines
Cruise. Mm-hmm.
organization, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and their focus is making cruise lines profitable. Making travel agents, helping them make money is a sideline, but their main focus is on cruise lines. So we are the only organization that sole purpose is to represent our community.
Yep, you're spot on. And to attest to that, working for ASTA for 10 years, I see how hard everybody works. I mean, they're a small but mighty team.
Hmm.
I mean, I've seen a lot of changes over the years. I've seen it where when it was really with a lot of, staff and, big offices where it has, kind of fine tuned and has really grown has developed into a tight knit staff that's really working hard for our community. So, no, I really want to express the fact that seeing on the back end and seeing how hard everybody works to be able to make our industry thrive. It is worth definitely, being a member, attending the travel events because you know that your investment into ASTA goes right back to you to support our travel community.
And other than the headquarters staff, everyone else is a volunteer. All of the
Yes.
chapter people, we're all volunteers. I've been a member of ASTA since 1984.
Oh, wow.
41 years. And when we joined, my mother and I opened the office in 1981. There was a 3-year waiting period before you could join ASTA, and it had been reduced from 5 years. And you had to have full ARC and IATA appointments and be sponsored by current ASTA members. So
Really?
joining ASTA is a little easier now, and
Hmm.
it's also much less expensive. When for many couple of decades, membership was $365 a year. They used to say $1 a day. But in
Hmm.
1984, $365 then is now about $1,500.
Oh,
So
wow.
the core membership is now a little over $400. The independent contractor membership is a little over $200. So it really is a bargain, and
It is
it's
affordable for your business.
and you cannot look at ASTA membership as an expense. It's an investment in your business.
Absolutely, 100%. Great way of putting it. Thank you so much, Rick. Is there anything else that anybody needs to, know about this? Something that maybe we didn't have a chance to cover? Is there anything else that you wanted to mention before we wrap things up?
No, just hopefully you can join us if, like I said, if you're anywhere in the metropolitan area, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, you're welcome to attend. Just remember it is a professional dinner. It's not to tag along a husband or a wife that's not in the industry. You're
Good
coming
point.
You're
Mhm.
coming for business because the price that we're charging is nominal. It's nowhere near covering the cost of the dinner.
Yep, that's what, yeah, absolutely. At $19 at the early bird rate, definitely a huge bargain considering the beautiful venue, great line of suppliers, dinner, and of course, being able to be with fellow colleagues. So thank you so much, Rick, for your
You're
time. I
welcome.
really appreciate it.
Thank you for
Um,
having us.
yes, and I hope to see everybody there since I'm super excited that I get to get out of the house, out of Michigan.
That's another
And
reason to come to meet Lisa in person.
yes, I'll be there definitely. So again, the show takes place April 16th at the Grand in, to help me
Totowa.
say it again, Totowa.
Totowa.
Uh, thank you, New Jersey. And it's going to be a fantastic day of learning, networking, and supplier connection. And also don't forget to visit Find Travel too, to find more travel industry events. My next lineup for event check-in with me will be on April 1st. And actually, I'll be chatting with myself. Doing what I do best. I will be talking about the Find Travel Calendar and how to navigate it and how to use the cool search function and the interactive maps. So join me on April 1st, again at 2:15 Eastern Time. And everybody, thank you so much for watching Event Check-In with me, Lisa, and I'll see you next time. And thank you so much, Rick.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everybody. Hope to see you at the event. Take care.